welcome to the podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
It's Beyond Boundaries podcast.
Back from the dead. Talk about zombies. No, literally, back from the dead.
It's been how long?
About a year ago.
Close
A week
to
ago. Well,
close to I don't know how long ago we recorded our first episode and second episode.
I think I would have to check. I don't remember. I think it was November the last time we recorded? No, October. No, actually, but my crash was on October, so it was before October.
That was like 2 months before.
2 months before my car crash. Damn. I have no recollection.
August, July.
Do you think so? Was it during shutdown? It was before shutdown.
It was a little.
It was too long ago to remember. That's all that matters.
It's been a long minute.
I mean, it was rough. It was.
It really was.
I will say, 2023 was the hard one for sure.
It was a heavy year.
Yeah, but new year.
It was.
We're working on it. I mean, not new me, right? But I'm working on it. Progress.
It's new me. I'm brand new.
Rebranded, back from the dead.
Yep.
Hashtag
Better.
Walking Dead.
We are better, back and better, but our episodes got deleted because
Inactivity.
technical issues.
Take full response. No, that's not true. Inconsistency is ugly, Lino.
And life.
Yes.
Life. Yeah, you can see it in my face. I'm not laughing at all. And life.
Stare into their soul.
All right, let me stop fucking around. So, but yeah, if you guys didn't know, I had a kid. That's
numero dos.
No, number 2. If you want to send money, we'll have the cash app.
Y'all missed the baby shower, but here's the cash app.
We'll have the cash app up. Thank you.
Baby formula's not cheap.
We really appreciate it. It's $35 a can, by the way.
Plus tax.
Thank you.
35? Damn.
Even though my wife's breastfeed, I still want the money. I still want the money, so.
You shouldn't say that on camera, man. Damn. You know what? Take back your money. Refund that shit.
I'm not gonna let it happen. I'm gonna cash it out. As soon as I get it, I'm cashing that bitch out. So.
Talking about a scammer.
I'm not a scammer.
Gonna scam our 17 listeners. That's 5 homies from Dubai. You know what?
It's probably like 12 listeners now. We probably lost some loyal fans, but we need you guys back.
You know, it happens. You know,
right.
Unfortunately, there was a couple of hardships, but you know, it is what it is.
True. So, what's one thing you learned from 2023?
Trauma. 2023 was rough, not gonna lie. As those who were able to listen to the original episodes before they were taken down, you know, my health or whatever. The reason why we actually fell behind on our recordings and why we weren't as consistent as we were actually, you know, my mental health kind of decreased a little bit to the extent it was not very proud of a couple of things I did, not gonna lie. Hey, but we bounced back. One of my grandparents got sick, and then out of the blue, another one just passed away, and then it was like my fish died. And I know there's like a big difference between a fucking fish and a grandpa, but hear me out.
I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
I appreciate it, but it was a transition, and that really, like, my mental health was already kind of degrading, and then that happened, and I guess I'm not saying it was an excuse, but it was an excuse to let myself to fall back into that pit. But fortunately and unfortunately, around October, like I said earlier, I was in a car crash. I wrecked my car. I had a concussion. It was
a bad one.
You know what? I just think about that experience and I still get upset, you know. So in our previous episodes, Lino and I also talked about, you know, some of the hardships, you know, we face as minorities, you know, and
people of color.
Unfortunately, you know, I was, what would it be, like racially profiled?
Yes.
Yeah, racially profiled. I was in this car crash or whatever. I was unconscious, but with the adrenaline rush or whatever, I didn't know that I hit my head. So, the cops come and everything, and, crash into a Karen, obviously. Story of my life. It's not my first car crash. You would assume I've learned my lesson. Anyways,
I actually have not gotten into a car crash yet.
you,
I crashed my car once in the snow.
knock on
Knock
wood.
on wood.
Knock on wood. Where the fuck is the wood? It's empty in there. Anyways.
It's right here. But
Yeah, so that car crash, I crashed into this Karen or whatever, and again, like, I was at fault. I'll take responsibility. It is what it is. But what really upsetted me was, it was raining. It was Chicago. I drove a friend to the airport, and then this police officer, he was like, "Oh, well, we're gonna go tow your car," because I couldn't turn it on, and it was smelling like fuel, so it wasn't really safe to turn it on.
true.
So they came, they towed my vehicle, and then they put me in the back of the car because it was raining. They said, it was like, we don't want you to get wet. So they put me in the back of the police car, and then they're like, "Oh, well, this is where they're gonna leave the car, whatever. Let me go take you home." I live 3 hours away from home. This happened in Chicago. And then they were like, "Oh, well," I believe they had another call. They're like, "Oh, well, we can't take you that far, but I'm going to take you somewhere so you don't get wet." You would assume, I was in a car crash. I was unconscious for a period of time. They would take you to the
To
hospital.
the hospital, yeah.
So recently we've been getting some immigrants from Mexico or whatever. There's a bunch of them. There's around 4,000 refugees right now currently in shelter, and there's around 7,000 to 6,000 people still waiting on shelter.
Right. And side note, they are not all Mexicans.
Nope.
They are from all over the place.
All over the place,
So
definitely.
don't blame the Mexican people on crossing the border. It's everybody.
Yeah. That's a subject.
Just
That's a touchy subject.
Just gotta make
like,
that clear, because I've seen a lot of people blame the Hispanic people.
Yeah, there's a
about
lot of
that.
there's a lot of TikToks going on
Mhm.
about
Blaming the wrong people about it. It's not them.
it's just unfortunate because like, as a minority, like, everyone just push downs on you and they expect so little of you, and because you have that social pressure on you, it's
Mhm.
like you try and go above and beyond just to
Prove yourself.
prove that you are worthy of being treated like a human being.
Mhm.
But I just get so upset when I think about this. So some of these refugees who don't have a shelter, they're being kept in, like, police stations or, like, refugee stations or whatever.
Right.
So I was dropped off at a police station that was currently being used as a shelter, right? So I remember we'd get out of the interstate, and this is when the adrenaline starts wearing off and my body starts hurting, and, like, my back is just, like, I'm starting to get the effects of the accident.
Mhm.
And then, like, he literally just pulls over on dark corner, like, in the middle of nowhere. Like, I'm not from Chicago. I don't know where I was at.
Right.
I was at 5%. I remember my phone was about to die. I was in the middle of nowhere. I had no car. Like, I was stranded. I was fucking stranded. I remember I just dropped my location to, like, the last 3 people I texted, and I was like, "Yo, like, this is what's going on." And I was dropped off at, like, this shelter with all these refugees, and fortunately, like, nothing happened. Like, they were super, like, that's not the word I'm looking for. They were very welcoming. Like, they thought
friendly.
Yeah, they thought I was a refuge as well, and they just took me in. Like, they gave me some water, something to drink, and at this point, like, this is where I'm, like, getting super drowsy because, again, I still don't know I hit my head.
Right.
I'm just getting really tired. I think it's an impact from the accident, and I just keep trying, like, to fall asleep, but then fortunately, like, some beautiful, like, souls that I met along the way, they were like, "No, like, stay up, like, just try and power through it, like, maybe it's not a good idea." And they kept me up. They kept waking me up. They didn't let me fall asleep. And then I remember it was raining. The officer's excuse was, "I'm gonna drop you off somewhere so you don't get wet." I was standing in the rain for 3 hours waiting on my ride after a car crash. And I was like, damn, like, this is really how it is. And then mind me, like, within, like, our working
Right.
facility, we also have this civil rights committee or whatever. So it was like, damn, like, it's different when you read about it, like, and you, like, live it.
Experiencing, exactly. It's way different.
Yeah. it's rough for sure. But fortunately, like, everything was well. Like, I got picked up, and you would assume I would go to the hospital after that. But like, after going through all of that, like, the accident happened at 10:10,
Mm-hmm.
October, Friday the 13th. Coincidentally,
Oh yeah.
I remember.
Scary.
I'm gonna be traumatized for life.
Scary.
No more driving out.
No more.
No more. Fuck the airport. Yeah, so the accident happened at 10:10, and I didn't get home till the following morning at 6 a.m.
Mhm.
And you would assume I would have gone to the hospital, but I was like, you know what, just take me home. And then my mistake, I slept all of Saturday because, again, I hit my head.
Right.
And then Sunday morning, I remember I wanted to go outside to like take out the trash, because I work Sundays, third shift. I wanted to take out the trash, smoke a joint. My back was hurting.
Fix the issue for a little. Let the pain go away.
Just cheap vacation.
Mhm.
That's what it is. A cheap vacation on a daily basis.
True.
So I went outside, roll my joint or whatever, and then the friend that I dropped off at the airport, they gave me a call just checking in on me because I told them I was in an accident. Next thing I know, like, I just get super lightheaded, like everything is super bright, and I wake up and I'm on the floor. Like, the neighbors are like, hey, like, you've been, like, they were looking at me through the window, and they're like, hey, you've been laying here for a minute. Is everything okay? Nope.
No.
Nope.
I just
you know
passed out. What are you talking
I just
about?
decided to take a nap. Like, what the fuck?
In
Like, call
the-
the fucking ambulance, man.
In
Like,
the
you
middle
see
of
me
taking
on,
the trash.
you see me on the fucking floor. Are you okay?
No.
Yes. Just
In the
got
middle of
tired.
taking the trash. Come on, people. Do better. Be better neighbors.
Be better neighbors. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Fuck. You know what? No, bleep that out. I'm not getting paid for that shit.
Fuck State Farm.
Fuck State Farm.
They're too expensive.
Hell yeah.
Go progressive.
Go with progressive.
This is not an ad. I'm sorry.
Aflac.
This is not an ad.
Yeah, so that happened, and then so coincidentally, like, after that, like, it turns out I hit my head again. So this turned into like a double concussion whiplash with like internal bruising. Like, I bruised up my back or whatever. So
Right.
I was asleep for a couple of days. Not gonna lie, vacation well earned
Felt a bad for a gray.
to an extent. Like I said, there's nothing in here anymore. But that happened, and then it was like just the transition of getting back into life, and I got a lot of tests done because I have history of like issues with my head.
Right.
A little crazy up in there, so just fortunately I'm doing a lot better, but
Are you sure it's a little?
no. No. Hey,
I'm sorry.
I admit it. It's okay. It's okay. It's true. It's true. I'm missing a couple of screws, but at the same time, it is what it is.
We all are.
We all are.
So, it is what it is. Life still goes on.
Yep.
She's powering through. Look at her.
Yeah. Traumatized. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I mean, have I stopped speeding?
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm on camera. I'm gonna get arrested. Yes. Don't speed, guys.
No speeding. Bad for you people.
Yeah. I can't help it.
Don't break the rule.
I just can't help it.
Don't break the rule.
Don't break the rules. You had one job, Alexa. Wear your fucking seatbelt. I'm still working on that.
I love my seatbelt.
I love my seatbelt.
I got 2 kids at home I can afford.
That's
mean,
true.
Here and there when you get stressed, you do forget your seatbelt.
You do forget your seatbelt.
But
You have a bad day at work, and then that curve is all of a sudden very tempting. Just, whew.
hey, there's a little back road from work. It looks a little nice to just drive up the back road. But
especially like during winter, like, ooh, like what if I accidentally?
and the funny part is there's nobody to help you out.
Yeah, that would be pretty devastating. Like, fuck, like,
I'm in the dark in the middle of a cornfield with nobody to help me out.
If I go down, I can't go down in a cornfield. Come on. I've been through so much shit in life that going down in a cornfield is not
It feels like a
honorable
nightmare.
death.
It feels like a nightmare.
That is not, no. I'm willing to go down in a car crash, not in a cornfield. I don't know about that. Have you seen that movie, Child of the Corn?
I started it. I never finished it.
My mom used to make jokes, and she was like, "You guys are the children of the corn." Yes, that's how much we would stress out my mom.
Yo.
Oh, you know what, Mom? I'm sorry.
She loves you.
I know. Children of a corn. And
She loves you.
yeah, in her own way. I love you too, Mom. She's probably going to be like, you weren't wearing your seatbelt? Yeah, I'm going to hear about this later. It's
Most
fine.
definitely. It's not getting cut out of here either.
It's on airplane mode. Don't worry. I won't hear it. I'll text you back next month, Mom.
If you don't hear from her, you can hit me up. I'll leave my number right here. Just call me, and I'll talk to her at work for you.
Yeah, Lionel's got us covered. Little commercial break.
Little commercial break. That's what she's talking about.
Since we kind of just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on in our life. But, moving forward, 2024, new year, and taking advantage of the fact that our previous episodes were deleted, we're just going to take this as an opportunity to start, with a clean slate, not making any promises this time, but, hopefully down the road, we're trying to be a bit more consistent.
Yep.
Not just that, but, I feel like the biggest thing is if we start interacting with our listeners,
more
I
and
feel
more.
like consistency is key.
Right. And, don't be shy. Let us know what you want to hear or listen to. Type of episodes you want us to record. We can always work around stuff,
But always got something to talk about.
That's true. It don't matter what it is. Just shoot us a text on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you find us from, and we'll record it.
I got you. Damn. Oh, I should probably stop.
It's all, but that's there. So yeah.
2024 though, we're talking about, clean slates and like starting fresh, A lot of people usually start off with like goals every single year. Is there anything in particular you're thinking about striving for this year?
A goal that I'm striving for. I have multiple goals, right? I have like top priority, and then I have like mid, and then low. Top priority, be a good father, a good husband. Mm-hmm. Mid, I'm like, I'm trying to lose some weight, trying to drop down, but
we're working on it.
But I'm always, family oriented. So I'm always like, family first, and then everything else comes second.
Yeah.
And then
priorities,
and the podcast. I'm pushing myself to get more and more stuff out for you guys.
Yeah. We were kind of brainstorming earlier, so we kind of want to start like going live whenever on the nights in which we record.
True. On Instagram, by the way.
Kind of just to allow us to be more like in touch with our listeners. Mm-hmm. So like not just that, but also like Q&As and stuff like that. True. Because, after work, for example, like I'd be driving around or whatever, and then there's people like mentioning stuff or like, oh, well, you should talk about this and you should talk about that.
Right.
All of these are great ideas, but
tuning into the live, and then you can let us know and question us while we're live, and then we can answer it and go from there.
Not just that, but like going back to like the weight thing though, like I feel like that's like a very common goal.
Mm-hmm.
What are your reasonings to start your fitness journey?
So, if you guys remember the first couple episodes, if you guys are the OGs.
The OGs.
I was 190 pounds. As the things being recorded right now, I'm clocking at 226. I am 36 pounds overweight from last time I recorded this episode. Look at this. Look at this.
It's the dad in you.
It's the dad in me.
It comes with the babies.
But it shouldn't be.
You didn't carry the children, but you carried the weight.
It shouldn't be the reason why I gained 36 pounds in almost a year. So I need to go back down to at least 180, 190, something like that.
And I'm assuming you like health reasons, for example, you have your motives, but other than that, like a lot of people never finish their fitness journey because they lose motivation. How do you work your way around that? Because this is not like family oriented. This is like you against you. Like,
right.
How do you like convince yourself to like follow the diet? And because I know you're struggling. We be struggling with that.
Oh, we all do. Oh, I'll be a little vulnerable. You should get a full body mirror. You should get a full body mirror whenever you got time. Just go stand in front of it.
Yeah.
And talk to yourself.
That's the biggest one.
Talk to yourself.
I am my biggest critic. It is.
Talk to yourself.
It is rough.
And you'll figure yourself out. Just stand in front of the full body mirror, you know. I don't want to get you, what was it called?
Into deep.
Yeah, you know, I just want to get back to 180, 190 pound. Just want to feel good in my body, you know. And I want to be able to carry both of my boys on my shoulder. Like,
Big birthday.
like big
I mean, at the end of the day, like, you spend the most time within your own skin, so why not want to be comfortable within your own skin?
Exactly.
And in regards of motivation, this is actually something like I kind of talk to my clients about. So in case I didn't mention this before, I'm a personal trainer, and
Woo woo. Whoop whoop.
so I'm kind of trying to help Lionel on this journey or whatever, but
I'm not slacking. My doctor he is busy right now. He has too many clients, we can say. And I'm on a list. I'm gonna see him.
like I said,
She's waiting on me.
Lionel.
Yes,
Anyways,
yes, ma'am.
motivation, I feel like the biggest thing is like, and I get this asked a lot, is how do I stay motivated to keep showing up, especially like once you start working out. And it's like the biggest thing about the gym is the delayed gratification that comes with it, and it's like you have to be there for months before you can actually see the difference.
Exactly.
Technically, realistically speaking, personally, you're gonna visualize the results within 2 weeks. It takes 2 months for other people to notice. But the thing is, from going from point A to point B, 35 pounds, right? How do you stay consistent to make it through point A to point B? And truth be told is, a lot of people assume that once you get motivated, it's a one and done thing. But motivation, the way I look at it, is kind of like taking a shower. It's something you have to do on a daily basis and be constant about. Like, it's not about motivating yourself. Why are you laughing at me, bro?
I got a joke. Not everybody shower every day.
What?
Not everybody shower every day. So they shower every
That is true.
every other day.
Every other day. But okay, hear me out. If
I'm
you
sorry.
shower every single day, but okay, realistically speaking, it's not a one and done thing, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I hope that you guys brush your teeth every day. So it's like think here. It's like this. It's like you have to do it every single day to maintain.
Yes.
Put in that work every single day to get you from point A to point B. But honestly, with that being said, like, that also falls within my New Year's resolution. Like, I want to hyper focus on my clients, and I've been working on this app as well since we've been had a bit more free time since we haven't been recording.
Exactly.
I'm working on this app, and just it's a work in progress. I will.
It really is. And she is powering through it. App is almost ready. Almost there.
I mean, the thing is, the app is there. It's just the clients aren't consistent. It's about babysitting.
What are you looking at me for? I feel targeted.
I mean, if the shoe fits.
I feel targeted. She's aiming the gun at me. I don't like that.
I'm not, but I am.
She's like
Anyways,
the clients.
the clients,
I'm
Lionel.
like no.
Not
I'm
saying
like, no.
any names, but Lionel.
Hey,
Hey,
like I said,
we're working on it. We are working on it, but
doctor, please get me in.
it's not the doctor.
It's me. Well, we are coming to the end of the episode. If you guys enjoy, it's our first episode back, so it'll be a little easy on us.
Yeah, this was all freestyled.
It's a freestyle
It's
episode.
2 a.m, guys. Cut me some slack. I woke up from a nap. I almost didn't make it. The alarm kept going off, and I was like,
no.
do I have to?
But yeah,
have to?
she made it. This is Beyond Boundaries podcast, and I'm Lionel,
Alexa,
and we are out.
bye.
Peace.